Hey everyone, it's Matt. I'm the president of Marine Aquarium and Mariculture. We grow multiple species of saltwater fish, invertebrates and corals. We also grow phytoplankton, rotifers, and copepods. I'm going to show you today how to grow your own rotifers and explain what a rotifer is, because a lot of people buy them from our website or from eBay. Our website's right here, and they don't understand when they receive them, they think they're dead because they can't see them.
Rotifers are really tiny organisms. You see these little tiny dots with my baby clownfish. This is what a rotifer is.
Here are my buckets of rotifers. Because of the amount of clownfish I grow, I have to grow several batches.
Rotifers eat a ton of phytoplankton each day, so it is very important when you're growing rotifers that you actually have lots of phytoplankton to feed them. I feed a 5-gallon bucket, 16 ounces of phytoplankton every single day. You can check out videos on our channel of how to make phytoplankton and which phytoplankton is best for growing rotifers.
A lot of people try to go the cheaper route and get the 14 ounce instead of a 24 ounce or even a million rotifers and have them shipped as soon as possible. It says it comes in this little breathable bag. This is not a lot of rotifers. Your clownfish will eat all of this in a couple hours. So if you have baby clownfish coming up, buying a bag like this or arriving like the day before won't be enough to feed them, and then they'll all starve to death. You really need to have your rotifer cultivation going at least like a week prior so you have enough. This much of rotifers will take about 5 days to fill up a 5-gallon bucket. So you really need a lot of rotifers to really get going to feed your clownfish. When you receive a package from us, it'll come either by UPS or the post office. You'll want to start acclimating and setting up your rotifer cultures right away. So you want to take out your bag of rotifers. This bag is not see-through, so it's hard to see them in here. If you really want to see them, I transfer them to a water glass. Like this, you can cut the corner of the bag. Don't make a mess like I just made. This is if you want to see your rotifers. So they're still really, really hard to see in this glass, but I'm going to take a flashlight and put it next to it, and now you can see all the rotifers. They should be yellowish brown in color. We do pack them with phytoplankton that's green, so they should normally eat all of it by the time that this arrives.
All right, next you want to get a 5-gallon bucket and mix some salt water. You're going to want the salinity between, I would say, 16 up to 34, but I tend to make it at 24, or specific gravity of 1.018. Next, you want to add your phytoplankton to the bucket.
At least 16 ounces to get started. The water should be at least this green. It could be greener, and then you want to add your rotifers. So you can't see the rotifers until you put up a flashlight next to the bucket.
As you can see, it's hard to see any rotifers into this bucket. But if you take a flashlight and put it to the side of the bucket, you can see a couple of them. It's not very dense. It's because we've added 2 gallons of water compared to 14 ounces of rotifers. So it's not going to be very dense at all. You're going to have to wait a couple days before you see a dense batch like this. Here's another example of a batch of dense rotifers after being collected in the bucket settle for several minutes. You can see all the tiny dots. After adding your rotifers, you're going to want to put an air stone into the bucket and then let it sit for several days. Then you can come back and put a flashlight and see how dense your batches are. You're going to want to change the water on the rotifer buckets twice a week. I normally do it on a Thursday and Sunday. If I change the water once a week, I would normally have the culture crash after a month or so. when you do a water change, you're going to want to change at least 50% of the bucket. But if you're going through 50% of the bucket every couple days, then you can replenish it with water. But you do not want to get the dead rotifers that are at the bottom of the bucket. You do not want to put those in your next bucket. If you like this video or want to look at more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel.